Okay, so I was sitting here on my day off watching Mayday, which is something I like to do besides sleeping. And I just thought, after watching the Mayday episode about United Flight 6291, which involved two black pilots flying a small twin engine turboprop plane, a Jetstream, I believe it was. Two black pilots were found to have caused an accident through negligence and human error. And after watching the episode, it's quite obvious that the two pilots should not have been in the cockpit, and this was also backed up by court um, court findings and settlements between United Airlines and the victims of that flight. I forget how many people were killed, but there were only a couple survivors, and there were a bunch of people killed. Pretty much everybody that was on the plane, even though it wasn't that many because it was only a turboprop. But still, in any case, it occurred in 1994. So I did just a little bit of research, and thought, it's not so often that you find two black pilots in the cockpit, and thought, maybe there's a reason for that. Not so many of them are qualified, I guess, especially, well, I won't get into all that. But anyway, I thought maybe did affirmative action put these two pilots in the cockpit, which later cost the lives of many people? And I don't think anybody's really delved into this. So just with a little bit of research, I was able to find that United Airlines had some serious issues with their hiring practices, and in fact they were sued in 1987 and 1988, I believe, over their hiring practices throughout the late 70s and 1980s. And they were sued for looking over black pilots during their hiring practices. And I can't help but think that this them being forced to settle in the late 1980s and pay off a bunch of black pilots who were looked over during hiring practices definitely caused them to be more affirmative action friendly when hiring, and possibly overlooking the more experienced white pilots when hiring. And I believe this is what happened in the case of Flight 6291. And I believe that these black pilots were put in the cockpit because of affirmative action type policies, which forced the hand of United Airlines, because they didn't want to look bad in front of the public, and because of court determinations that they were in fact wrong for looking over black pilots in their hiring practices. Whether or not these black pilots in the past were properly qualified or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, after some research, I have found that United Airlines did institute these affirmative action type policies, which I believe likely led to the death of all the people on United Airlines 6291 back in 1994. And the documents which I'm showing you now, which you can research yourselves, I believe gives a good indication of this, if not proof. Which proof could probably be found if delved into a little deeper. But like I said, I'm just, taking a little nap on my day off right now, so I don't feel like looking into it. But it's just something to get you started, maybe. Thanks for listening.